not really a high point in a way for blah, 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 blah. Hello again and welcome back to March May's Midlife Dolly Crisis. So this is a bit of an impromptu video. I didn't really expect to be doing this because I didn't really know about these dolls until very recently. If you've seen the title of the video, obviously you know what the dolls are. I guess I'm so used to not getting dolls which they have in the US at the same time. There tends to be a long time. We've only just got the Monster High dolls, and they've been out months and months and months in America. So when I saw videos for these dolls on YouTube, I presumed we probably wouldn't get them, or they'd kind of be an online thing. Also, because they are a Disney doll, most of the actual Disney shops here in Ireland, and I think in the UK as well, I'm not sure about the rest of Europe, have actually closed. And it's only really the kind of the flagship stores in each country which kind of has sort of survived, and the rest of it is all online. So I was pretty surprised when I went into the Dublin Disney store and I actually found this. They basically had all of them. They basically had, I don't know why I'm just picking the ones up I've got. Like every sane person, obviously I bought three things. So I bought a fashion pack as well, because they look really cute. There. I don't know if I'm going to be opening them all in this video. I'm still going to be opening one of the dolls. I think probably this one. So they aren't exactly Disney princess dolls. They are meant to be sort of fashion dolls which have been inspired by Disney princesses. So this one has been inspired by Tiana, and although, as I mentioned, I've not seen a huge amount of the sort of the modern Disney films, I have actually seen A Princess and the Frog. I can't remember that much about it. I know it's set in New Orleans, and I think she's turned into a frog at one point. I can't remember how it ends. I'm sure it ends very well for everyone. But yeah, so I have actually seen that film. So this is the one I'm definitely going to be opening today. As I say, I've got another one, which is the Belle one, which I'm probably going to be opening in another video. And I've also got the fashion pack, which is based on Aurora, or Sleeping Beauty. It's actually a bit more sort of Maleficent. Anyway, I really like the colours and everything, so that's why I bought that. I don't know how much they're going to be where you are. So obviously we're in euros. So the fashion pack was €18. And the dolls were €32 each. So obviously, they aren't like cheap dolls, but this tends to be the price of regular dolls now anyway, I'm finding. But anyway, I like the look of them, so that is basically why I decided that I would get some and we could have a look at them together. So, we're going to be going table down. I'm definitely going to be unboxing this girl today. I'll probably be unboxing the other doll and the fashion pack in later videos, so keep an eye out for those as well. So yeah, let's get this girl open and see what we think of her. Okay, so here we go. So this is the box of the Tiana inspired doll. I'm presuming they don't actually have names. They've basically got Tiana written on here, and obviously there's a picture of her down at the bottom there. The look is, as I say, meant to be inspired by her, by the princess, but I don't know if the actual individual dolls have names. The age for this doll is 3+, because there are actually some sort of little bits in here which probably you can't give to a younger child. I don't really know who they are actually aiming these dolls at. For me, it feels like they're trying to get the sort of the doll collectors sort of interested, because of the amount of stuff you can get for them, and also you can get lots of different fashion packs and stuff like that. I guess kind of an older child would enjoy it as well. Whereas the other dolls, which are in the ILY Forever range, are the sort of the American Girl size ones, which I presume would be better for younger children anyway. So that aside, let's have a look at the packaging. It's quite a simple packaging, which I do kind of like. So obviously, as I mentioned, we have the picture of Tiana down the bottom. There's not a huge amount of information on here. Obviously, there's the 3+ age range at the top. We've got inspired by Tiana on the side, and we have that in a few different languages there. And then that's kind of it up for the front. And then we've got the kind of the ILY Forever logo at the bottom. So on the side we have a nice piece of photography here. This is the inspired doll in all the stuff that she comes with. And on the top it does say styled for you, which is probably something you can't see at the moment. There we go. Styled for you. I'm not really sure what that means. And then on the back we have an image of all the dolls. So there are quite a few in the range. So there's 6 altogether initially. But yeah, so these are the 6 girls here. Obviously this is the one that we're going to be unboxing today, which is here. And there's pictures of these sort of like snacks and things. These are basically a surprise that you get inside the balloon, which is a part of the doll sort of accessories, really. So obviously this is a picture of them at Disneyland or Disney World or whatever. And it says here, show off the Tiana in you with Disney ILY Forever. And they're all kind of they're trying to take a selfie. I mean, I don't want to say it, but if that's the camera and they're all here, they aren't getting in that shot. That's just going to be a picture of her forehead, I think. But anyway, that aside, that's the back of the box, and the side of the box here has a bigger picture of Tiana there, with a few images as well, which sort of represent her, I suppose, like the kind of the lily pad sort of flower thing, and then the sort of the frog there with the crown on. I think overall the packaging is actually really nice. It's very, as I said, it's very simple, but you don't need it to be that complex. It's kind of fine the way it is. And it does also mean that you are drawn more to the doll than you are to any of the packaging, which I think is great. And also these photographs, whoops, there we go. These photographs are actually really nice. So they've obviously taken time to get this bit right as well. So hopefully the doll will be as good. So let's have a look and see. So I don't know how complex these are going to be to open. I would imagine possibly not too bad, but you never know. So here she is, fully out of her packaging. She wasn't actually that difficult to get out. Once I kind of cut the back bits from the cardboard backing, it was a lot easier, and I was basically just able to pull out the Kimball tags that were in the back of her head, and that was fine. The hardest thing seemed to be the bag, because there was like some tiny little tags in it, sort of holding that in. But anyway, she's free, she's here. Let's have a look, first of all, at the accessories that she comes with. So we'll just pop her to one side for now. So we've got this water bottle here. Now, I know people have mentioned this before, but sometimes if things have got elastic bands around them, they can get a little bit damaged. This has got kind of like, this has been marked, basically around the bottle. I'm also not really sure about this handle, if it's meant to be this sort of weird shape. I mean, it might be, but it doesn't. It does actually pull back out a bit, so that might be okay. I think the lids come off these, but I don't think they do. So don't try and remove that, because it doesn't seem to want to come off. The bottle is actually very cute. Obviously it's purple, and it's got like a frog on it with some kissy hearts on there. So that's nice. It's kind of a nice accessory to have. We've also got this little bag here, which, to be honest, I'm not really sure what she'd get in there. But I do believe, yeah, they do kind of open. Again, I don't know what you'd get in there. Probably not a huge amount of stuff, I wouldn't have thought. And if it goes in there, it might not be coming back out. I think some of the other bags are bigger. So there might be more room to get them in and out. But for this one, you know, it's quite a slim bag as well. So yeah, it has got fabric straps, and the fabric is kind of a bit sort of suede-y almost. So yeah, so that's quite nice. You can actually see the straps inside if when you open this sort of weird bit of the bag here, which I wouldn't advise you do very often, but you can kind of see how the straps are sort of inside it as well. So obviously that takes a bit more room inside there too. But the bag is actually very nice. It's quietly nice. It's quite nicely detailed. There's sort of like a pattern on here of sort of flowers, and obviously we've got the sort of the lily pad flower thing there in silver, just sort of on the front of the bag. We've got a zip detail there, which doesn't open. We've also got a zip detail around the actual part of the bag, which does open. And then we've got this kind of little handle thing at the top too, which actually matches very well with this, even though this itself is plastic and not the fabric of the actual straps. So that is that. We've also got this, which is what is holding the surprise in. So let's see which one we've got. So this, I think, just lifts off. Oops, there we go. And then you take this out. It's kind of weird that they kind of feel they have to do these sort of surprise elements, I suppose. Apparently these are all random as well, so it's not as if whatever I get from this one, if you buy the same doll, you will get possibly a different one to the one that I've got. It's not that they're not kind of married to the actual doll. There is also a leaflet here, obviously, to show you what you could get. So they're basically food items that you would probably eat if you were walking around Disney World. They're very kind of all sort of Mickey Mouse shaped and stuff like that. Let's see which one we've got. So here we go. This is, I'm guessing it's kind of 2 lollipops, which you can't remove. So they'll look nice on a shelf, I'm sure, but she can't actually, because she can't take them out of the glass, or in this case plastic sort of bowl thing or whatever. So it's cute enough, and as I say, it will look nice, you know, in the background of photos or whatever. So that is that. So let's have a look at the doll. So the first thing to note is that all their eyes are inset, which is a really nice touch, because that kind of elevates the doll in a way, because they do look a bit more real, because their eyes are sort of inside their head, I suppose, as mine are inside my head, and yours are inside your head. Also, they kind of have a glossy consistency, so you know, you can probably see the ring light that I've got shining in those eyes. There we go. So she does have these really nice expressive eyes. Makeup wise, it's kind of quite simple. She's got lipstick on, and she does have some blusher, and there is some eye makeup as well, but they haven't gone kind of overboard with it, which is kind of nice too. So obviously she's got this Mickey Mouse ear head gear on, and again, obviously to tie it in with Tiana, she's got these are kind of green, and they could also resemble the lily pads, and then we have the lily here, the kind of the flower in the middle with the petals there. Her hair feels nice. These bits here obviously do have product on them. They're not too bad, so you could wash them if you wanted to. I don't think I'm going to bother, because they do actually look quite nice like that. And yeah, the hair is fairly soft. There is a bit of product again on them, but that with in the kind of the pigtails, you could probably just brush that out, to be honest. I don't think, oops, there's some hair coming out there. Yeah, you could probably just brush that out, and it wouldn't really need washing particularly. One of the interesting things is they do actually have holes in their ear. So whether or not they were meant to have earrings at one point, or they'll be part of fashion packs later on, Who knows? But yeah, they have holes in their ear there, so presumably something, you can do something with that. She's then got this outfit on, again inspired by Tiana. So she's got a New Orleans t-shirt on. Let's just put these straps down a second. Actually, the straps are attached. Okay, so one strap is attached with little tags. The other one isn't. But anyway, okay, so we can still see. It says New Orleans there, and it's kind of an off-the-shoulder top. It is done together with Velcro on the back. And then we've got this little skirt with sort of braces, I suppose. The pattern is really nice. Again, it's gone with the whole sort of the lily pond with the lily pads and the flowers and everything. There's kind of greens and browns and yellows and sort of paler colours in there as well. Something like a sort of a creamy colour, which I think is actually really nice. It's kind of a little bit hipstery almost, I think. So certainly the pattern of it. She's also got a little bracelet, which is kind of secured with a clear elastic band, which I'm probably going to take off. Actually, am I going to take it off? Because now the bracelet doesn't want to stay on. Oh well, it's a bit late now. I'm gonna remove the band. The band has come off, and so is the bracelet. So it's kind of it's not joined together. It basically just kind of clips on there. So you might want to keep it on with the elastic band. As I'm not really going to be taking her. I'm not going to be taking her around one of the Disney parks. That's for sure. So so yeah, I might just leave mine as it is. And that looks like it's got like a little crown on it. So it's basically like a beaded item. Have a look at the picture at the end because you'll probably see it better. It's kind of purple and gold and green beads, and then we've got a little crown charm just coming off it there. I'll put that to one side. And then all that's kind of left really is these. She's got these sort of lilac sneakers, I guess, which are very nice. They've got sort of lace details which are painted on, and the soles are also painted white as well. And she's got like a sort of a stripe down one side there. So let's have a look at the articulation of the doll, because this is kind of one of the things that was quite interesting about them, in that they do seem very articulated. So head-wise, you can kind of move the head from side to side. Not fully, I would say. I mean, certainly it will turn normally, and you can twist it a bit. It seems more inclined to go one way than the other. So I'm not sure if that's just this one, or maybe they're not really meant to go either side. They do a little bit. I wouldn't force it because I don't know what's going on inside the head, but you don't want to break the doll. So yeah, so the head goes from side to side, up and down, not so much, and you can tilt it a little bit. Shoulder-wise, we have the arms that go out and obviously go from side to side there. We've got elbows as well, which are pretty good. They are not double jointed. We have then the wrist, and the hands are, I would say, a different plastic to the rest of them. They're a little bit softer, and she should be able to, I'm presuming, grip things. So maybe if this bottle wasn't so squished, she might be able to hold this. There we go. So she can hold the bottle there. I'm not sure that's the way you would be holding it, but she can kind of hold it there. That's fine. So yeah, so that is the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder. There's no twist in the body. She does have little pants. Admittedly, they are painted on, but she does have little pants there. Yeah, so there's no torso or waist joint at all there. She does have... that's interesting. So you can kind of see little ball joints in her hips there. So yeah, so she's got the hip thing going on. So they do go up. They don't really go back that far. So yeah, so I guess that is one of the advantages of having these double jointed knees, in that you can do that, and they are actually quite smooth. It's not like some of the Barbie Luxe dolls where you're kind of fighting to try and get them to sort of double joint. So that's pretty good. It's good that, you know, you can actually, the joints are quite smooth, let's put it that way. But yeah, so leg-wise, there's probably less articulation. She can obviously part her legs and move them forward a bit. I'm not sure how she would be at sitting. Because, yeah, she doesn't want to... Her hips don't really want to go much further. In fact, they won't go any further than that. So she might kind of be more sort of leaning back than actually sitting face forward. And we also do have articulation at the ankles. So the ankles obviously turn all the way around. Because mine do that. I don't know about yours, but mine, I can definitely turn my ankles all the way around to the back like that. Makes it really easy if I've got like an itchy foot. And they do go, obviously, forward and back like that. They are a little loose, I would say, perhaps. So you might want to be careful of those. I did see someone trying to stand the doll up, and it was kind of difficult because of those ankles. So I'm kind of guessing... Oh no, she does kind of stand. I mean, I don't know if she would stand for long, but... No, she wants to go now. But yeah, she can kind of stand. So I'm sneaking this clip in because I forgot that she had a jacket, and I just found it on the floor. The jacket was not that easy to get off the plastic, to be honest. There were lots of little Kimble tags in, so obviously be careful. Also, because of the colour of it, they did sort of blend in. So again, if you're opening this for a child, just make sure that you're doing it and that you're sort of just being careful that there's none left in it, because they probably won't be able to get the jacket on the doll. So let's put this jacket on. It's actually quite cute, this jacket. So it's sort of like a creamy coloured, like a teddy bear material, I suppose. A bit fleecy, perhaps. Fleecy and a bit sort of furry, I suppose. Ooh, the sleeves are quite long. Also, just be careful when you're trying to get it over the hands, because they do have fingers. And the plastic on the hands is a little bit softer than the plastic on the actual bodies of the dolls, which is a bit similar to the Barbie Luxe dolls as well. So there's no fastenings on the jacket. We do have some faux pocket details, which are here, just on both sides here on the chest. So we've got a little faux kind of pocket flap thing with a green stud on there. The collar is kind of sewn down, so you can't really see it. Yeah, I think it's cute. It's quite a cute jacket, I think. And the nice thing with this is that you do get separate pieces. So we've got a jacket, we've got the t-shirt, which is separate. It is a separate item, I think. Yeah, it's a separate item. And obviously we've got this sort of skirt with the brace bits on, which again is another separate item. So that's quite nice. It'd be quite nice to sort of swap them with other dolls, I guess. And obviously you got the trainers as well. So yeah, so that is her in her jacket. The next time you see her, she probably won't have it on, and I probably won't be mentioning the jacket, but she does have a jacket. And it is actually quite nice. So that's a nice little extra piece there. So yeah, that is her. I am reasonably happy with her. I think I was a bit surprised I'd even bought the dolls, to be honest, because as I mentioned before, I'm not a huge Disney fan, but I was kind of interested in these purely because they weren't like actual Disney princesses, and also the kind of articulation was interesting, and the fact they've got inset eyes, and yet they are kind of the same size as as a Barbie doll sort of interested me. If I'm honest, I think the accessory packs are more of a draw to me than the actual dolls and some of the clothes. But all in all, she is an interesting doll. I do have another one to open, as you know. So I don't know if I'll be getting any more after that, but certainly I'll be keeping an eye on them, and certainly keeping an eye on the fashion packs and stuff like that. And the accessory packs particularly are of interest because there's some really nice pieces in there. But yeah, so what do you think? I think they're going to be quite popular with collectors. I'm not sure how popular they're going to be with children. I'm presuming that the other dolls have sold. If they've produced a whole line of these ones, I'm presuming the American Girl size ones must have been popular. I mean, I don't know how Disney make the money from the merchandise that much, especially now that there aren't that many shops open, certainly over here. But I guess, you know, the parks will also do a huge revenue on merchandise there. Also, it's very interesting to note that they've really gone for diversity with these dolls, in that, you know, everyone is covered kind of thing, which is important. And also the fact that Disney are, you know, an international company, they have to cater for everyone. So it's kind of good that everyone does seem to be kind of covered. The only thing I would say is the bodies, I think, are pretty much the same on every doll. So we don't have a diversity in body size, but we certainly have a diversity in skin tones and hair and stuff. So yeah, so that is really good. Stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll try and get some nice close-ups of her. Let me know what you think of her down in the comments below. Let me know if you're thinking of getting any of these dolls. Also, please like the video if you've enjoyed it, and share the video if you know anyone who would be interested in this kind of stuff. And I will see you in the next video. So until then, take care. Bye.